Every day gonna cut us off. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021, and this is the Urban Talk Radio 103.5 FM WNHH, where you will hear conversation, information, education, inspiration, and motivation from the American urban perspective. I am your host, Kingsley Osei, and my co-host Shafiq is not in right now, but I would like to congratulate him as the new alderman, um, one of the new aldermen in New Haven. Congratulations for telling your community what you were going to do for them to get elected. So I hope he joins the show today so I can congratulate him very well. In the studio today, we have our special guest, Ramona, Goldboat of CAMILLIAS Closet. How are you, lady?
How are you? How you doing? Thank you so much for having me here today.
My,
Thank you.
it's my pleasure to have you. You are doing some pretty good things in the community, so it's only right that we feature you so you can tell us a little bit about what Camilla Closet is and your experiences as well. But before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about Ms. Godbolt. Camilla's Closet was founded in March 7th, 2017 by a mother and a daughter duo. Camilla's Closet is known for elite fashion shows that are geared around the community for children, letting them know they're special and that they mean something. Camilla was bullied in the fifth grade, so she found comfort in making photos to heal her pain. Ramona. Um, Ramona's mom was a victim of rape, so mom started giving back, and then she created her comfort in styling women through pain. Through all the achievement, Camilla's Closet acknowledged all the children through award ceremonies. Camilla's Closet is also known for other services such as event decorating, styling, and giving back to the community where it's needed. We strive to love best. This is a ministry. That is very awesome, lady.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I had opportunity of inviting you to our agency change program. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did okay. Well, first of all, how are you, lady?
I am I'm great. I'm a lot better, you know. I'm just overwhelmed being here today, but as far as my life goes, it's wonderful. You know, we all have challenges, we all get knocked back down, but we all get back up. And I just thank God that I'm in the land of the living and that God has continued to bless me and, my foundation, what I'm doing.
Being overwhelmed is something that we complain about. However, when you think about it, you be blessed to be overwhelmed because you are still here through all obstacles. You were blessed to wake up this morning.
Yes. Yes. That is definitely.
And sometimes we don't think of it like that. We always need a positive twist to think about, why we woke up this morning because we have been tasked by the Almighty God to do something. No matter who it is that we have to do it for, you woke up for a purpose. Yesterday, I thought about a female friend that I realized I have not seen her post on social media for quite some time. Her name was Chandala, was her Facebook profile name. So I decided to just go on her page to see what she's up to. I go on Chandala's page and I see all this. We miss you, we miss you, we miss you. I roll all the way back to find out what was going on, only to find out that I think she passed in sometime in December last year. So there you have it. Oh no, sometime it may be October or so. There you have it. It's been a whole year that I realized that I have not heard of this person, seen this person's post on Facebook, not knowing that. And I say, you know what, if she has, let me say hi to her, only to find out that she had passed.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and that hit kind of hard last night, just before I went, before I went to sleep. I did
My,
discover. Go ahead. Go ahead. You was going to say something?
my sincere condolences,
Definitely. Now, so moving forward, what is Camilla's Closet? I know I gave you up the summary. So let's go back to your life experiences. What brought about all this? And be very brave. Feel free. It's your show. If it's therapeutic to talk about it, let's talk about it.
I was at a point in my life where, things were rocky. And besides my daughter being bullied, I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have a plug. I didn't have anything to help me with helping her, So I used to see her do little things. She always been a young lady, a young baby, as when she was born, talented. She always did things. So I began to just watch her movement, watch her, we got therapy. She went to the doctors and, she had, people that tested her to see how she was doing, like, what's going on with this child. But I didn't know that she had a gift, a gift like that to sit and make tutus. And, she wanted to dress her doll babies and et cetera, et cetera. So I literally turned my living room into a store. I wanted to turn my living room into a store to just, see if I could make some extra ends. But I didn't. Camilla's Closet was going to come out of that. First of all, Camilla's Closet, that's her name. Her name is Janaea Camilla Ortiz. Her name is from her great grandmother.
Okay.
So that's where Camilla comes from. And also, I continued to do what I needed to do. And being that I was a victim, of a situation. So I didn't know that the Jara of the two of us was going to connect in that way to continue Camilla's Closet. So through my pain, I started dressing myself, putting layers on my clothes because I thought that every man that looked at me was going to want me. Mm-hmm. So I put layers on because I didn't want nobody to look at me. So out of that, because I love to dress anyway, started styling women and dressing women out of pain and out of circumstances without not knowing. Sometimes I didn't have any money. I would just dress them and didn't charge them. I just would, just continue to do what I needed to do. And so other women started asking me, and it became bigger than what I thought it would ever imagine. So when I started going to different people's functions and vendings, I started meeting people. The circle started getting bigger. So I wanted to promote myself in blessing people with styling them with our clothes and what we had. So like I said, it just became bigger than what we never imagined that we thought. And I just thank God for that, because he gave me something to hold on to that we never let go, So I continue to style. My daughter continued to make skirts, but the Lord has spoke to me one day and said, it's time for people to give back to you and what you back into you. Mm-hmm. So charging like $10 a skirt, but I would add jackets, and I would add stockings, or I would add shoes. I would add everything. I would make $65 turn into, it'd just be $10 because all we was paying and what we needed just was the material for the skirts, So I never thought that, I would go any higher, and what I did, because everything that we do out of love, So we continue to do that. And I didn't know that I had many more talents. I started doing my decorating business. So I said, I'm tired of paying people to come and decorate for events. Let me do this myself. The more you can do, the more you save, So that's how that's how I started thinking. That's how I started thinking about things. And everything now that I do with my hands and along with the mothers that have come along with Camilla's Closet. It's only a few of us. But then I found that you know, how can I give back to my babies? Because I call them my babies in CAMILLIAS. How can I give back to them? So I started looking at their academics. I started looking at what they do. What is it that you want to do? We would have meetings with our children and just ask them, you know, what would you like to do? What would you like to become when you get older? One wanted to be a fashion designer. One wanted to be, you know, a doctor. So what I do is I extend that love by not telling them that I'm getting ready to award them with their accolades for the year, which is, you know, their school academics, their honor roll. And, you know, I just give them as much awards as they have given to themselves throughout the whole entire year. But they don't know that they're getting awarded. They don't know that they're having a banquet. They just don't know. So I surprise them. And what we do now for CAMILLIAS Closet, as you know, as it is growing, I wanted to become mobile. I wanted to get out in the community to not only have a mobile device, but help women that needs clothes or anything of that magnitude. I do charge for my services, but by the time I finish doing everything, there's not even a fee, because my heart is so big for people that I sometimes don't forget, but I don't add that into it because I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for love. I don't want to mesh all of this together, but recently, this year, I felt that I wasn't giving my all because we had a fashion show, and I literally got scammed out of $1,500. And to a lot of leaders in Bridgeport to, you know, just see if they could donate something, even if it's a trailer, just see my worth, just see what I do. I got scammed out of $1,500. I was on the news, and I thought by me telling that story, you know, I thought people will reach out and just help me out, you know, or if you can't help me, lead me to somebody that can help me get back on my feet, you know, because, you know, look at me. I'm a mother of 6, you know what I'm saying? I'm helping the community. So why can't the community help us? You know, I'm positive, you know? So, and that's how my mindset. So I kind of got a little, I got down about it because I felt like I was doing so much for the community, but the community just wasn't doing anything for me. And I had to realize that nobody has this vision but me. So if the community doesn't help you, it's okay. There's going to be one person out there that sees your worth, that see what you do, and that will say, listen, hey, what do you need? What is it that I can do for you to help you? You know, I'm willing to you guys because I see what you're doing. I see to these children. I see what you give to yourself. Kingsley, I'm so tired that I don't even have a me day. I don't even have time for myself because I love what I do. I love what I do, you know? And in spite of that, I'm also in ministry as well. I minister and dance. I wear a lot of hats, you know? And my love is just big. My love is just big for the community, you know?
You what you just said, I just put up a post, I think yesterday or so, when it says one of the hardest pills to swallow is realizing you meant nothing to people who meant a lot to you.
Yeah, and you know what I say? You know, you said it that way. You know what? I said the 5. It's funny how you could love the heck out of people, but they the same way. And I go by that motto because no matter what now, I know that I've changed. I know that I've grown, Kingsley, because I used to get mad at everything. And now I just, and I say, you know what? I was blessed to be here. I was blessed to be a blessing to somebody. It's only going to take one person to help me get to where I want to be. I want a bus. So I said, you know what? I want this bus. I'm going to get this bus. I'm going to strive to get this bus. You know, strive to, and that's what I'm going to do. And that I believe that in my heart. And when it's to be seen, it's going to be seen. I'm not going to change my perspective. I'm not going to change my attitude with anybody. I'm not going to change any of that. I'm still going to be me, the humble person that I am. It's just that if we as a community just love and get to see what each other is worth, people don't know that the blessings come from what they give. A like, a share, a comment. No one's asking no one's asking anybody to take money out of their pocket. All they're asking is to just support. That you don't have to support with money. You can support with liking, share, and commenting.
Definitely, something that's simple. And I believe you what community are you operating out of?
I am operating out of Bridgeport, but my network now, I'm moving to like Hartford. I'm branching out because once I don't see the love, it's been a while. I'm a born native in Bridgeport, so I give Bridgeport that, that shine. You know what I mean?
You give your all to Bridgeport.
I give my all to Bridgeport, but now I'm just feeling like I'm outgrowing. God wants me to be in another place. And it's those it's those strangers that will pick you up from where you are. But I do have some soldiers in Bridgeport, some queens in Bridgeport that that literally support us and make sure that we're okay. So I do have my sisterhood in Bridgeport that does help. That's.
Are you an LLC or you a nonprofit?
I'm a sole provider.
Sole proprietor. So you are basically an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason you have not registered as a non-stock, as a nonprofit?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You know how you sitting there and you talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
They're talking to so many people that have the ingredient. As I was building my business, there was people around me that had the ingredient to give it to me, but just didn't give me the ingredient. So now that the resources, what I mean. So now that I'm more in tune with everything, now I'm going backwards to rebuild it again. And it's okay, because what I didn't know now, what I didn't know before, I know now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to do my LLC. I'm starting to do what I need to do because it was people that...
You say you're starting to do your LLC. So that means you had not set up an LLC yet. You was just operating with the name, but you had not set up your LLC. Yet. And you also haven't made an attempt yet to start your nonprofit, to register as a nonprofit. But you say you were sole proprietor, but not an LLC yet?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you gone to 909 Broad Street, to the Margaret Morton Center, to the Minority Business Department?
No.
Okay, you need to go down there to go see second floor to see Jesse Figueroa or Fred G. Fred G has the department. You need to go down there and just tell them to help you set up the nonprofit or your LLC, whichever one you want to do. Of course, if you're going to set up the nonprofit, your goal is to set up is to be a 501c3, which will be a process. And unless you have some assistance from somebody that can help you do it at no cost, that may cost you some money. But you could also start by setting up as what you call a non-stock, non-stock, which allows you to fundraise in the state of Connecticut. You will not have the federal status as a 501c3, but you are still registered as a nonprofit to be able to get get donations from the state of Connecticut. So go to Minority Business Department, ask for Jesse or Fred G, and let them help you set up to start that process. So what is your niche? I know you told me a whole lot of what Camillia's Closet is doing. What is the niche? What do you really want known for?
I just want to be known for love. love, respect, unity, and helping people. You know, I don't think that this is a other name to be known for, just humility, and the love that I have, for people, regardless if they don't have the same for me, I'm still going to do what I need to do, you know. And that's it. I think that's it, you know.
Now, you also mentioned that you were a mother of 6.
Yes.
A mother of 6. And you started at what age? Your first one was at what age?
First one was, I was 17.
17 years old. Wow, you are blessed to still be here and handling your business. What is the experience? What is the life, the everyday life of a mother of 6?
It is a blessing. It is a blessing to have my 6 babies. Well, they're older now. I always call them my babies.
What's the oldest?
My oldest daughter, she is getting her bachelor's, I'm sorry, and she wants to be a doctor. Her name is Bianca. She is now 23. She's 23. My next son, his name is Joshua. He is 22. I have another child, my son Christian. He is now getting ready to enlist in the Marines. I have my daughter, which is Camilla. She is 18. And I have my son, who is Ethan. He is 12.
Wow. God bless you.
My son Jonathan, he is 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you managed to be able to, were they all born and raised in Bridgeport?
Yes, they all was born and raised in Bridgeport.
How did you manage to keep them off the street?
I sheltered them. And that's not that it's good and bad. I sheltered them. I had them in programs, and let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now the age now we're having kids, the age and the time bracket of what's going on was a little different. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Different. Motherhood, fatherhood, parenthood was a lot different than it is now. Our kids were a little bit more loose-lipped. Tight-lipped.
Mm-hmm.
They walk back. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? They didn't want to wild out. They always wanted to go to school. So it's like the relationships that we have now with our children are different because a lot of the parents are a lot younger now.
Mm-hmm.
And we brought our morals into what our parenthood is right now. So that's why we're strict fathers, we're strict mothers. We want the best for our kids. Everybody wants the best, but it had a lot to do with the time and the mannerism of our children. And what do I do to keep my kids off the street? What I do is I built a relationship. I have a relationship with my children. And I don't want to sound like my children are the perfect kids because they're not. My son went to Brian McMahon Global Studies, all my boys. One of my other sons went to Bridgeport Military Academy. But during the time that they were going, yes, they skipped school. They did a whole lot of stuff. But guess what? I nipped it in the bud when I found out about it. I didn't allow it to keep going. I have a relationship with my children. I built that with my kids and their father. I built that relationship with them. I said no to a lot of things. So I smothered them in a lot of ways where parents would allow their kids just to do whatever they want to do. I wasn't that parent, and I'm still not that parent.
This is the Urban Talk Radio 103.5 FM WNHH. I am your host, Kingsley Osei, and my co-host, Shafiq, did not come to the studio today for whatever reason. And if you are just joining us today on Urban Talk Radio, you can join the conversation on Facebook at Bold Minds and Twitter. And you can also join the conversation on my Facebook page, Kingsley OSSEI. In the studio, we have Ramona, Goldboat of CAMILLIAS Closet. And before I say that, let me send a big happy birthday shout out to my daughter. My daughter just turned 1 year old. And Camilla, I can't believe I'm a father of a 1 year old.
I'm coming now, honey.
I can't believe I'm a father of 1 year old. My baby just turned 1 year old, and this weekend, and also baptized her. So I'm going to be a father who's a new father who's going to kind of get my daughter to church every single week. Praise the Lord. All right. So with that being said, you came to our program. You came to our program, Agents of Change, to talk to our youth. Is that correct? And
Yeah.
I want to get into that segment because you had these kids in tears. They gave you a hug. They just wanted to give you a hug when it was all said and done. Let's talk about that experience.
I just want to tell you that you did a wonderful job at inviting me again, because I've always seen you. I've always seen you. You always acknowledge. You always gave me that love, even when I didn't really know you. You know, I always wanted to know who Kingsley was. What did you do? You know, and you helped me. You didn't know that before I answer your question. You helped me in a situation where I had a fire, and you didn't know.
No.
Came to me. I came to you and I said, I need some book bags. You said, listen, next week we're going to be having it in Bridgeport, and that was the first to one of your book bag drives. It was just before McDonald's over there. It was right there. You had a rapper there. You had a whole bunch of people there. He was showing you so much love. And I said, I lost my ticket. So he said, don't worry about it. You said, don't worry about it. It's not that you told everybody out there. It's not that this woman is cutting. She was in a situation. She lost her ticket and she needs to get through. I don't want her standing out here, because I was expecting, and you really helped me. So from there, I said, wow, like, people really help you like that. So you helped me. And you said, if you ever need anything, do not hesitate to call me. So you was doing videos and you was doing a whole bunch of stuff back then. So I was like, nah, I don't want to bother him and ask him for anything. Again, you caught me in another situation. So it's like I always met you in those situations, but those situations taught me to be humble, and you never. So before that, I want to tell you thank you, because I was in a place in my life. You helped me. You helped me. Just with people take book bags and they say, okay, it's just right, but it was more because the situation draws you to a person. Situation to respect people, and then you met my son from the military. You met my son.
We're going in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What happened was, when you invited me, me and Cherie, we were there and we talked about the youth, and we just talked about what it is, what it was like for us to be kids, what it was like for us to respect, what it was like for us to do. But the biggest thing that I talked about was loving yourself,
right,
respecting yourself. And if it's a no, it's a no. And I a picture of the young lady. That's not the first time, but the sixth time that I actually God allowed me to speak into somebody's life. I spoke into a lady's life. She was going through some stuff. She didn't want to share it with anybody. Just trying to get a relation with friends. Just always being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I told her that the Lord told me to tell her that stop pleasing people. I'll never forget. Stop pleasing. She just started shedding her tears. The young girl that was with her was her friend. She said, how did you know that? I said, listen. I kept staring at her through the whole time we were talking. And that's all they wanted to do was give me a hug. Even the young boys that was there, young gentlemen that give me a hug. So I not only that you allowed us to come there to speak, but I know that I was there way beyond the fact that you invited us. It was the fact that God sent us there to say what we needed to say to your children. And it made a big impact. I'll never forget that. You know, the love that you shared with those kids, it showed it by their charisma and their respectfulness when they sat there and listened. Even if some didn't want to listen, you wouldn't even know that because they didn't show that. So you did a great job. You did a great job with your program. Continue to do a great job with your program because I got a lot out of it. They helped me. So it wasn't that we came to help them, they helped me. And that was an awesome program. I would love to have another one of those. I would love to be invited again because it really helped, you know.
Well, I guess I'm going to play back this. She's talking about Agents of Change. That's the hoodie I have on. MBK Youth Action Team, Bridgeport Program Agents of Change, City of Bridgeport Program Agents of Change. Isolene, I'm going to play this thing back to you. So we are looking forward to the program, starting another cohort very soon. And I mean, you know, there is a policy that, you know, you can't hug kids because, you know, a lot of bad things can come out of it. But when you come to the program, what you realize is these kids just need a hug. That's what you realize. And to us, we tell the kids that come into our program that you are not students in our program. You have now become our Agents of Change family. So we get their parents to buy into the program, to trust that if your kids don't have a right to get to the program or home, we're going to personally give them a right and make sure that they get to the door. If they're having a problem in school, they could feel free and give us a call. If they're having a problem with the police on the street, they could feel free and give us a call. If the female is being harassed by, guys, whatever the situation be, give us a call and we will assist. So it's not so much of us doing you a favor to come. It was also our pleasure to have you come in there. And it was astonishing to realize at the end of the program, this kids is stepping up and say, I just want to give you a hug after listening to your story. And these kids were literally crying. I got them on a videotape, crying as they were giving you guys a hug. It was such a powerful, I think it was one of our best sessions. It was one of our best sessions in the program. And I really applaud you. I'm not sure, is it therapeutic for really getting to tell your story?
It is very therapeutic to tell the story. Not because, I want people in my business that you never know who's young. You never know boy, woman, children, child, been through something like that, who is now to this day. And it's not about, oh, I'm telling my story, I was this, I was that. It's helping somebody. It's helping somebody open their life, helping somebody open their mouth, helping somebody open their heart to trust. Because when things happen to us, we lose trust. We think everyone's going to hurt us. But when you find care, you see the difference it is when somebody cares. So I thank you. And I didn't even know that was such an impact. I thought we were coming there to tell our story. I didn't know that the residue was going to be left. And thank you for that again. And I think the children are accepting. They received us.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And you shouldn't thank me enough. I just want to be an example to the world. And when I say the world, sometimes it bothers me a lot that I'm always willing to give information. I'm always willing to go out of my way to help, such as just on the show, I ask you a simple question: are you registered LLC or nonprofit or whatnot? And I was willing to give you that information right away, including direct people to go see who can assist you. And you take me for instance, I came up with many in the music industry, some who are big level executives, and I can't get them to say that, hey, put in a phone call over here, use your resources, call this person over here and say, hey, you know, my man Kingsley is doing so and so for these kids. Can you assist? I mean, we were in the pandemic, and I was calling on high executive friends who's got artists that these kids listening to, trying to get them to just, you know, have their artists record 5 minutes in their house on their couch, 5 minutes video in their studio, just to tell these kids to put the guns down, stay in school, whatever. And they couldn't even do that. Something that they didn't even have to move out of their living room. So with that being said, you know, I had to cut a few friends off and shift them from friends to associates. You know, I call them now. It's painful to me because I feel like it costs you nothing. It does not cost you a penny to use your resources to help somebody that you trust that they are doing something, you know, something positive or trying to do something positive. So, you know, don't talk about it. You know, don't talk about how much you care. Do, especially if it's not going to cost you $1 out of your pocket. Now, getting back to what Camillaias Closet is all about, I had to ask you this question. What is your take on sexual exploitation by female MCs in hip hop, such as the Megan, the Stallion, and you know, the many that's out there? What is your take? Let me ask you as from a female's point of view.
From a female point of view, you don't have to do a lot to be beautiful. You don't have to do a lot to show your body. And it just bothers me sometimes when I see our queens out here doing the things that they do. So I have to take that title off of that. I love these young ladies. I do listen to their music from time to time, but I listen to their music to hear what they're saying and where they're going. You know, yes, they might have a degree, they might have this, they might have that, but they don't need to do the things that they do. Do I like it? No. What are we going to do to change it? Because the more money that they see, the more they feel like they have to exploit themselves. Mm-hmm. And I don't like, you know what I mean? So it's all about what people have and what they see and what they want. You know, personally for me, of course I wouldn't do that. Okay. But of course I wouldn't do that. And I wouldn't want anybody around me to do that. But people feel like they have to be sexy, and their sexy is driving them to get hurt. You know, and I just, you know, to each his own. But I personally don't like it. But what can I really do about it? You know,
you are doing something about it, because to me that's what Camillaias Closet is about. You're trying to help them cover up their body. You know, yes. That's what Camillaias, you know, you gotta be able to show that a woman can be sexy without taking it all off. And you know, I walk a fine line with mentoring, especially when it comes to my females. Sometimes I have to send them to our female partners to really get their good one-on-one. And I'm trying to walk that fine line, because, you know, I should be able to tell a female, you know, what she doesn't have to go so hard to get a man, you know. And even some of my adult female friends that, you know, end up picking up all the, you know, the wrong guys. I tell them, you know, where do you hang out at happy hour? Where do you go? You know, what are you wearing? You know, you must be attracting all the wrong men. You can't continue to blame, you know, bum ass dudes and my bum ass baby daddy and bum ass this, bum ass that, and then you continue to attract them, but you never looked in the mirror to say, hey, you know, am I picking, you know, what's going on? Maybe I'm picking the wrong man. You know, I really had to talk to somebody. Asked me this one day. They said, Kingsley, Fridays is dress down days at City Hall, and we realized that you always come to work on Friday really, you know, extra dress. You come to work on Friday really in suits, even though if you didn't wear suit all week. And I said, yeah, because when I get out of work, I want to go to my happy hour in Greenwich or Westwood or something. You know, I want to be able to go shake hands that, you know, can really bring something to the table. You know, not run around in, you know, hole in the wall spots just being cool. You know, I do that all week. You know, going around the community. But when it's time to go shake hands, you got to put on the right clothes to go shake the hands. And as a female, you know, you got to do this. You got to do the same.
Treatment with dramatic results. Yes. Just want you to drink this.
So yeah, we'll wrap up in like 15 minutes. So you have an event coming up. Let's talk about that event.
Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Amy Cabrera. Your baby. Amy Cabrera. She is going to be doing I'm collaborating with her. She's going to be doing a Thanksgiving give back to the community on Thursday, the 25th, on Thanksgiving morning on Thanksgiving afternoon from 12 o'clock to 4 at 211 State Street at Rum and Tequila. And I came aboard, and I'm going to be giving out coats, hats, gloves, scarves, socks, and personal items to the community as well. You don't have to have a situation to come out and get a coat or anything like that. You can come and just be a part of what the community is doing. Amy is just asking people if they want to cook anything. Everything just has to be cooked because she's doing so much that she don't have the time to cook. So that is going to be the event for, Thursday, Thanksgiving afternoon. We're going to be giving out food and everything. And we're still collecting donations, and Camilla's Closet is still collecting donations as well. So if anybody would like to donate, they literally can, get in contact with Camilla's Closet and, help us out. And it's not just about what Amy's doing or what Camilla's Closet is doing. We're all a community. And I'm excited about it, and I'm expecting. I'm not hoping. I'm expecting to see a lot of people there that are leaders, that are other entrepreneurs, that are people in the community. People say that they love the community. They say they love everybody. I want to see everyone in unity. Pick up something, pick up a fork, pick up a plate, and just serve people and have a good time. That's it. That's what we're looking for.
On that note, I would also like to shout out to Dr. Monique Ferguson from the Alliance for Community Empowerment. She's also formerly ABCD. She also have an event coming up, free coat giveaway, coats for children and adults. Visit one of our supportive services and energy sites on Friday, November 5th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 1141 Park Avenue, Bridgeport, Connecticut, 1376 Stratford Avenue, Bridgeport, Connecticut, and 1870 East Main Street, Bridgeport, Connecticut, also in partnership with Bridgeport Rescue Mission. For more details, give them a call at 203-366-8241, and you could also visit alliancect.org. Shout out to Dr. Monet Ferguson. So on that note, if there's anybody doing a special event that you would like to get a shout out on, please feel free to send that information to me on my email address at ctagainstviolence@gmail.com. ctagainstviolence@gmail.com. So it was an election yesterday in Bridgeport. Did you pay attention to it? Did you vote? Yeah, votes are normally the turnouts are normally very, very, very low. We need to do a better job of going to the polls, because we complain a lot about things that needs to be done in the community, and the lack of voter education, knowing the reason for voting. When your trash is not your trash is not being picked up accordingly, or that snow is not being plowed on your street, you probably wonder why that's not being done. And to me, all those things matters when there's not enough votes coming out of your district. They don't tell you that, but you were going to say something. Were you going to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, I can't see who's on your screen, but do you have number 7? Do you have a person that is on line right now that is number 7?
Number 7 on my screen?
Yeah.
What do you mean by number 7?
Do you have people that's chiming into what we're talking about or no?
I can't. I'm not. I'm on our Zoom. I can't. Are you monitoring stuff on Facebook?
No, I'm not monitoring anything. I can't see anything, but God just gave me the number 7. So the 7th person that is on Facebook, I would like them to get in contact with Camilla's Closet so I can give them a fedora hat.
Okay. Okay. So we can always. I think we can probably go back and go back and check it out. So, on that note, congratulations to everybody that won election around the city and state. Boston just elected their first female mayor by the name Michelle Wu. In Minneapolis, they rejected policing overhaul. That means defending the police. They had defending the police on the ballot. They wanted to get their whole system out, and that did not work out. In Virginia, they have Glenn Youngkin, who defeated Terry McAuliffe, Democrat, who has been there for 8 years. And I think Senator mentioned from West Virginia might get the blame for it because Democrats haven't been able to pass a budget, and him and Christine Sinema are standing in the way of it. So I trust he's going to get blamed for his opposition. Yesterday was also a loss for progressive agendas. For all the Bernie supporters who wanted to get Bernie elected. Some of us, we just went ahead and felt that Joe Biden was the one to be elected, and trying to keep the country calm from all the hatred mongering and the fear mongering and all that. But there is a party that has decided to become opposition, and it's easy to oppose than telling people what you are going to do. And I wish that we can get back to old politics when candidates are really telling you what they are going to do for the country versus trying to scare you from why you shouldn't vote for the other guy. And it looked like that works for the GOP party very well. Constant fear mongering, constant. I have friends that I've been debating with about, why you support Democrat or why I support Republican or whatever. I say, hey, maybe I support the Democrat candidate because when we are being shot in the back, it's always the Democrats that are fighting for us. I can't give you too many reasons. Am I blind? You could say I'm blind, but I don't think I'm blind to that fact that, one party is always defending the police officer and one party is trying to bring them to justice. And, and then I always say that, history tells us that for the past few years, Republican presidents have been putting us in recession and Democrats presidents have been getting us out. Obama came and got us out of a recession. Trump put us back in recession before he left. Clinton got us out of a recession and in a surplus, and Bush put us back in a recession. So, hey, history is telling us that, what it really is. The numbers don't lie. And I'm giving you my take. I support police officers and I also reject them when they are doing bad. But for a party that's supposed to be a pro-police law and pro-law enforcement and whatnot, they are actually defending people that beat them with U.S. flags. So-called patriots that beat police officers with U.S. flags, and they are not even helping bring those people to justice. But and they're not even trying to help these police officers. It's just what it is. That is just my take. I have a friend that I'm always debating, and I say, hey, whatever it is that we're talking about, pull out real news articles to back it up. And he never do. He never pull out real news articles. I say, bro, you got to stop listening to those conspiracy networks, those QAnon, networks, those Tucker Carlson, hate mongering networks. Those networks, like President Obama said one day, that when you tune onto that network, you feel like you're in a different country because they're not telling us anything about what's really going on the ground in the country. So, we got to do better. And do you want Any message you want to give to the community or to our youth, and for the wrap up?
I would like to say to to our leaders that are in the community, everybody that is doing something, continue doing the positive things. We want change. We want change. We want change not just for a season. We want change forever. You know what I mean? So we one hand washes the other. To our youth, we have to build some certain things around our children so that way they can think positive and push positive. You know, we need a lot of teachers. We need a lot of people to help. One solve it. We have to be a village, and we need some people in the village that will stand up and help these kids in our community with guidance programs. We all have programs. We all have the same kind of programs. The only thing that they have is a different name.
Right.
We all get together. Let me just unzip my tie because I don't care.
We got 3 minutes. Go ahead.
And we all get together. Stop trying to knock each other down with a program that can help someone else that is an entrepreneur. We will all get somewhere. If we all get together and work as a unit, we can all accomplish a whole lot. Why they have the same thing about gun violence, and next Friday somebody has the same thing about gun violence? If you're having the same thing, same program, move over to your brother and just say, listen, I'm having the same what can I add to your program to make it effective? I know that your program, Kingsley, is effective, but I want mine to be effective as well. You might have a audience than that other individual, but if we can all work together. And to our children, I love everybody, all my kids in the community. If you want to join Camilla's Closet, if you want to be in a fashion show, just give us a call, 929-368-8885. I'm getting ready for a big fashion show in January 29th. And to everybody, all my queens, all my sissies, you all know who y'all are, all my parents and all of my people that is in Camilla's Closet, along with Black Pirates, I thank you. I love y'all so much. Kenny, Shonda, Tamika, all of you guys, I love y'all so much. And to my models, I love every last one of you.
Thank you very much, Ramona. You can always feel free to give me a call whenever in need. Already, let me see. Look like Harry, our producer, put a few stuff in here for me. Say, first Black Lieutenant Governor in Virginia, a Republican. Also the first Latino Attorney General in Virginia. And he said, Kingsley, you are nuts. I'm always willing to debate, except you never bring real facts. Too much conspiracies. I don't deal with conspiracies, bro. Harry, I don't do conspiracies. I do not do conspiracy. I want real news, not Tucker Carlson, no. This is the Urban Talk Radio 103.5 FM WNHH. I am your host, Kingsley Osei, and if you are just joining us in the last part of our show, you can follow the conversation on Facebook at Bold Minds and Twitter at Bold Minds, and Kingsley Osei on my Facebook page. You can also stream this show and previous shows on your smartphone or computer by logging on to newhavenindependent.org. Thank you for joining us. Remember, Urban Talk Radio airs every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Until then, see you next week.
Ready homemade cheese sauce to drizzle over easy cheesecake on the side, a fun carrot spin on fries with shortcut ketchup.
Harry, are we off air?